Here we are. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to turn on the music. I always forget to do something, Glenn.
Okay.
There's always something that I don't end up doing, and today it was turning on the music. There we go. There's the music. What a day.
Mm-hmm. Big time.
It's funny, I posted the Capitol building on Reddit and it went
Oh, nice.
and
Yeah.
it went viral. Like
Oh,
it got
very
almost
cool.
it's at almost 6,000 upvotes
Oh my God.
on Reddit. Yeah, yeah. It's the top upvoted post on the Minecraft builds, the /r Minecraft builds Reddit right
Wow.
now. Um
Holy. Wow.
which is super cool. But
Yes.
the comment that everyone is sharing is that it's ironic that because I shared it last night,
Oh yes.
and
Yeah,
so
it is ironic.
the comment is that it's ironic that I shared the Capitol building and then with what happened today.
Yeah.
So
No, I mean this whole yeah.
it's pretty
Yeah,
wild.
who would have thought? Who would have thought? Uh,
I'm gonna do some tweeting here for a second.
yeah, it's brought about some good discussions though, so that's good. I mean, I think it's going to be yeah.
I'm interested in seeing what happens the rest of the night.
Yeah, that's a good question. And just the rest of this time through January 20th, you know, and through actually, I would say probably the next 6 months. I don't think it's going to end there.
Oh, I don't see how it does.
No, it doesn't. It just doesn't. It's too many people. Too many people that's um are just on that live in that realm. And I see for sure that he will have his own network and broadcasting stuff and continuing the and whatever else it might be. So and there's just too many people that support him. It just won't dissipate. It just doesn't just it's not gonna just go away.
No. I'm gonna change
I wonder
to
what the numbers that were actually there. They were talking tens of thousands at least to begin with.
Hey Becky, welcome. Hello. Yeah, I don't know how many people were there, but it was a lot. I mean, it was enough, right? That
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I don't know, to begin with versus the people that decided to go ahead and take the next step. You know, and
right.
it's just mob mentality. Once that gets going, you know, anything can happen. So for for it to have not turned out worse is actually a surprise because again anything can happen once you decide as a mob to do whatever it is and you feel that you're being supported and that you have the right to do it and that you're going to do something whatever it is that the intent was um besides chaos, whatever the intent was.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's for sure one of those things where I a lot of people would like to believe that it's just going to be always once the transition happens, but I don't think so. I think it's going to be crazy for the next few weeks, but then even after that, I could see just a lot of civil.
So it's funny because they were talking. They were talking to. They were talking today. Finally, I mean, some people have been talking about it since the beginning, but like about the 25th Amendment and like removing him from office. And I mean, it's
Even if they did that, I think that would actually incite more violence. To be honest with you, I think that
it's
doesn't.
possible.
Can you imagine they remove him from office, but he still has platforms, as far as.
Well, they deleted some of his tweets today. Did you see that?
Yeah, for
just
sure.
Tonight there.
Just saying, people will find the messages. I mean, there was a relative of mine that there's already these conspiracy theories that this was all plants by whoever else it might be. I mean, they're already one step ahead. You know what I mean? They came here peacefully. These other people did these certain things, and that's why Antifa and blah blah blah, whatever it might be. So I just know that most intelligent person in the world, but there's a lot of people behind all of this with a lot of hate and a lot to gain, actually, I think, from doing these things and from continuing this.
Yeah.
Like this mob and bringing all the people together and kind of directing their hatred. I mean, it's a lot of it is at specific things. It won't be. I mean, I'm not against removing him from office. I'm just saying that that's not really gonna. I don't think it's gonna be like, oh, okay, he's gone now, so let's all go home, or let's stop doing what we're doing.
Yeah.
Side esports thing a few months ago.
How long have you been working on the model? It's funny, we actually did some kind of back of the napkin math this afternoon because we got asked. I think it's related to a media inquiry from LA Works, but we think that all in, we've probably put 400 hours into the project. Not just it's not just this, so we have the Capitol building, but you can actually see this is all of Washington DC's capital region. So probably what's that, about 50% of the Smithsonian's have been done. The Washington Monument has been done. The World War II Memorial has been done, and this is the Lincoln Memorial. You can see it here. So the Lincoln Memorial was done, and we got to wrap up work on the White House in the next 24 hours. I'm going to spend a whole bunch of time tomorrow on it as well. But we're going to work on the White House. Lots of work on the U.S. Capitol for a Canadian. It's funny, I care apparently more about the Capitol building tonight than most Americans, or a lot of, well, no, I shouldn't say that. Than certainly the Americans that are there. Yeah, so did the White House pool the other night. Becky, I should highlight Becky, Steam Cultivator, who's in the chat. He had some American help. I was actually just gonna call you out too. Becky made some amazing cherry trees. Because apparently along this road here, there are tons of cherry blossom trees. And so she's, we thought it'd be a nice little diversion from a lot of the granite and quartz and concrete that is, the Capitol area. These are pretty lovely, and so we're gonna bring people down this road when they do their little tour, so that you can see the cherry trees. We got more models to all the examples. All the cherry tree exemplars are here.
Mm.
So there's a couple different styles and sizes, and Becky's gonna copy and paste them. This is just the one style copied a bunch of times. But Becky's gonna copy and paste a bunch of them in. So does that lead to the Jefferson Memorial? So, um, it's a bit of a loaded question. So there's a wall here that you can sort of see the black line. This is kind of where we're containing people. So the Jefferson Memorial is technically on the map. It's right here. So there's Jefferson. But you will not be able to go to the Jefferson Memorial as part of the experience that we're building. So you can actually see that this wall is huge, and it's going to be clear, so you're going to be able to see through the wall. It's going to be barrier blocks, but you're not going to be able to go to Jefferson. You're just going to be able to see it from a distance. This is the contained kind of space that we're kind of keeping the guests, for lack of better words, in. So still need to copy and paste others too, and rotate it too. Yeah. No, it's gonna look great. Now that we have a few people in the chat and whatnot, welcome in. By the way, I'm Mr. Washburn. Glenn Irvin is with me in the voice chat. He co-hosts a very popular education podcast with me called On Education. I don't know if that's linked anywhere in my panels. It wouldn't be the worst idea in the world. Glenn can share a link or something, maybe in the chat. But yeah, we've been podcasting together for 3 years this March.
I was gonna say, I probably had more hair back at the beginning, but I didn't.
We've been working together. You know, I'll tell you, we talk almost every day.
For 3 years.
3 years, like a brother.
Insane. I was gonna say, it's been an interesting 3 years then.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you think about why we even were the first topics we were discussing, that it was about school shootings.
Yep.
Were some of the first topics we were discussing, and the concept that some people probably still have it in their heads that we were going to arm the teachers. Remember that, Mike?
Yeah.
At the beginning, we began with some pretty hot political / educational topics, and it's continued since then. So.
Well,
yeah.
I think the one thing that we've been consistently telling and reminding people is that education is political.
Yeah.
You know, the politicians are the people who decide everything about education virtually, except for the actual, to be honest, they even decide how it's delivered in the classroom. So, you know, to suggest that educators should stay out of politics is insane and almost doing a disservice to your profession. And I think that when we started the podcast, and I'll be perfectly honest, without throwing shade, for lack of better words, at other education podcasts, I still think we're really the only education podcast that takes dives into the content
topics,
that we do.
Yep.
I mean, I don't listen, to be honest, I don't listen to a lot of education podcasts, but
I do.
yeah, no, I know. And I don't think anyone is doing we're not for everybody, and I'm fine with that.
Yep.
But we're for some people.
Lost some listeners because of that, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. And it's funny that I'm sitting here looking at the Capitol building and reminiscing with you about 3 years of podcasting, and it doesn't escape me that we got into podcasting to talk about issues and concerns in education that people weren't necessarily talking about. And tonight, I asked you to come chat with me in voice because here we are again talking about something that is like gravely important, but something that has to be talked about because tomorrow teachers all over the world, frankly, are going to be in their classrooms or on their meets or their teams or their hangouts or their Zoom calls, and there's no doubt that the first thing that their kids are going to want to talk about, especially anyone probably older than, how old's our son? Like 10, right? 10, or sorry, 12.
Yep.
That there's no doubt that anyone around our sons, like we both have sons that are around the same age, they're going to want to talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to be scared. Yeah. They're going to be scared. I heard a lot of news reporters. I was watching CNN most of the night, which I find a little mind-numbing, but some of it was good. But one of the perspectives I found interesting was that, there are kids like our sons, our oldest sons, who weren't alive for 9/11.
No.
And this isn't 9/11. But the fear is, they were saying it, and I'm just repeating what they said, but they said the fear is similar. This is the first time they had that illness in their gut about what was going on in their country. And I can understand that. And so you're going to have kids tomorrow coming to class and they're going to be scared. Yeah. Go ahead.
I would agree with that. And I was thinking, Mike, that a big difference, though, obviously there's a lot of differences between that, is 9/11 and what occurred after 9/11, whether you agree with the politics of it or whatever might be. One thing that it did do is it brought our country, and I would say almost all Americans would agree with me, it brought our country together. We were passionate about rebuilding and making sure that we stuck together. I think it's one of the things that I can clearly remember just about that moment. And we were very, I felt like united. That's a good way of describing it. I couldn't feel more disconnected to the people that did what they did today to that building right there that you're showing. I couldn't feel more disconnected to anyone in the world, frankly, than I do to them. And that's where we stand right now. And that's why I think it's really important to understand that going into tomorrow, that you're going to have those perspectives from, let's say our kids, they listen to us because we're their parents, and we happen to lean a specific way on the political scale. And we're going to talk about things in a certain way, just like 50% around there of Americans are going to speak to their kids in a specific way about these people and their actions in a way that is going to not reflect the truth. I mean, that's the lightest way I could put it. And so I like this tweet, and I'm going to throw it here into the chat by John Spencer. And one of the things he just talks about, like, make sure that we don't soften and say that there's like two sides of this,
Yes.
There's protesters and those types of things. But I also love a response in there. This is probably the biggest, most important thing. If you're an educator, you're going to talk to educators tomorrow, whatever it might be, and you're going to be talking about this topic. Andrew Kozlowski, I think that's how you say his name, Mr. Cos 31, responded with, think it's vital for teachers to plan very well for discussions, expect and prepare for students to call these traitors patriots, and be ready to respond. And this is the key right here, in a non-emotional way that doesn't push students further into their echo chamber. You you have to obviously speak the truth, but you also have to allow them to voice whatever it is that they're going to voice, and then go ahead and speak the truth of what it actually is, but not get emotional about it. And that's a hard thing to do. I mean, frankly, it's freaking super difficult thing to do, but it's vital to do that as an educator in your classroom, because not that you're playing neutral, because you're not. You're just stating the facts, because you're delivering what it actually did occur and what happened,
Yeah.
and the implications of what those people did. So I thought those were super important.
I I I loved actually Becky is who showed me um John's tweet. And I love it. I love it because I think it's critical to use the right words to describe what's been going on and what happened tonight. Um and to not don't don't soften your vocabulary because you don't think your kids can handle it. I think the bigger lesson is that words matter, and that there are the right words for this. This was a riot, not a protest. And um you know, I don't even have a problem calling the people, it was an act of domestic terrorism. And I don't think you should be afraid to say that. Our district sent a voice message to parents to give grace to others. I found it inappropriate. Not the time to be complacent. This was a coup and it was treason. I agree. Mitt Romney uses the word sedition a lot in the last 24 hours. And he was actually in the speech that he was going to be giving, he actually said sedition. I can keep my cool. I wouldn't call it a protest like some people keep. It's not. It wasn't a protest.
The beginning of it was a protest.
Yeah.
What it turned into, what those group of people that decided what they were going to be doing as far as heading over to the Capitol building, that what happened next was not a protest anymore. The beginning part where you had some things, you were sharing your ideas, you were expressing your thoughts, all of that very legal. You could do those types of things, but what happened next is what happens when the leader of the party, the president of the United States, tells you that you should do something, and you already feel impassioned to do so, and then you get into that mind frame and you start going ahead and making decisions which a lot of these people will for sure regret for the rest of their life. I mean, one person is dead because of it.
Someone died attacking the Capitol building. And there is like this whole little like Twitter thing calling this person attacked the Capitol building. It's terrible that anyone lost their life. Obviously, this person attacked was a domestic terrorist, and I think that should be abundantly clear that any like there's a whole other conversation about what if these people were black. That is like a whole other, like the comparison picture. If someone has I don't know if anyone in the chat, there's a really amazing comparison picture between what the steps of the Capitol building looked like during the BLM protests, and what the police were like, the police presence on the stairs of the Capitol building, and then it's contrasted with, there's actually a really funny, not funny, it's disgusting, but there's a video of a cop kind of escorting, they're pushing the people down, not pushing, they're walking down the stairs in a line, and they're and the people that are on the stairs have to move, right? And this one of these police officers is holding one of the rioters' hands to help her walk down the stairs. Like, here, honey, let me help you walk down the stairs. Right? And it's and when you contrast that with, what was happening during the Black Lives Matter protests, it's a stunning.
Yeah.
All of this stuff is shocking. These pictures, the videos are just absolutely mind-blowing, to be perfectly honest, to me.
It doesn't seem many moments as I was looking at the video footage and the still pictures of the men inside of the one room, the guards, I want to call them, I'm not sure exactly what, Capitol Police or whoever they were, that were pointing guns at the rioters, or whatever you want to call them, as they were breaking through the glass of that room, and they had barricaded that wall, and they were pointing their weapons out of the thing. Like, are you really going to come in here? We're really going to have to, that picture right there. When I saw that, I was just like, this is like, I mean, me and you, Mike, play a lot of video games. This is like Grand Theft Auto. It's like a surreal, this is cyberpunk. This is a fake world that all kinds of crazy stuff happens in, and that's whatever might be, except it's not. And it's that beautiful Capitol building that you guys designed and created and replicated there, and have an awesome purpose for it. And our representatives of our country are in that room. And these people are, the intent was to harm them. I mean, that's all you can say. I mean, what else would you be doing? You're going in there to do something, and I don't know. I just saw that and I was just like, it doesn't surprise me though. As I posted a tweet about that, it just doesn't, because there's been so much, even before the election of Donald Trump happened, the lead up to the election, and then these past 4 years, and then for this to be the culminating, whatever's going to happen between now and January 20th. And like I said, I don't think it'll end even after he's out of office. It's not surprising to me, because this is where we're at, and it should surprise me, because it's disgusting. It shouldn't be the norm, but it's the norm. It's crazy. It's the norm, and it's sad and it's disgusting, but it didn't surprise me that the event surprised me.
Yeah.
What they were doing, as far as what they decided to do, that's, it doesn't. And I don't even know. Like, I don't think I don't want to be pessimistic or be thinking it negatively. I just don't think it's the end. I don't think that this is not the culminating event of whatever might be. I think this is just one of the many things that are going to occur. And this is how they go out, burn everything down as they go through, as they leave. It's disgusting, but it is where we're at.
This picture blows my mind. So this is on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, and this is the cops, and they're just standing there, and that's a pretty menacing. And yeah. The irony, obviously, is that the protesters, the Black Lives Matter protesters, were sitting. They weren't doing a damn thing. And you had all of this, and then you have this. A siege on the Capitol building of the United States government. I still can't get over how police were so easily overwhelmed. It's amazing because it's astounding to me. I think that that's like a whole like line of inquiry that's gonna get gone down. I don't know how to say that properly, but we're gonna be going down that road real soon here because the Capitol Police were clearly not prepared, and so it makes you wonder, it makes you wonder how capable are the Capitol Police of defending the United States government? Yeah, they sure were ready in Minneapolis, in Portland, ready there too, right?
Yeah.
Ready in June, even in Washington, D.C. Ready in June. Ready. I mean, see how fast they cleared a street when Trump wanted to hold a fucking Bible up in front of a church? They were pretty ready then. Saw videos showing that they let them in the building by moving the barricade. They didn't expect them to storm it. I don't know why you wouldn't. Look at these people. Like, seriously, I don't love the idea of, like, I don't know. They all look the same, is what I'm saying in a lot of cases. And it's so, it's just something, man. Like, look at these schmucks with their riot gear.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was as I was thinking about the Capitol Police or whatever it might be, that is part of the conversation about, well, first of all, they were directed by the president.
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
At this rally to basically cause hell, and this happened to be the choice that they made as far as going there. Then you have the Capitol Police and whoever was the thing there, and they're probably thinking, well, it's not like they're gonna do anything wrong because it's they're not gonna do anything here, and it's so like it's so disgusting and sick, but yet it is the fact. It is where we're at.
Yeah.
It is who we are. It is who we are. I don't care what anybody says of whatever might be and saying. No. He was. It was a super close election. I mean, it was very, very close election. It wasn't a blowout. It was whatever. A lot of people, through all of the stuff that's happened and whatever might be, have continued to support him, and some of them enthusiastically, passionately, on that train. So it is a representation, whether we like this or not, and we want to say, of a part of who we are as far as a country, and it's that part is super disgusting to me, and I don't understand it, and I think that the next administration, not only do they have a big job to do with all kinds of other issues, we have tons of issues, we have a global epidemic, we have all kinds of things that are going on, then we have a large sect of people, I would say close to half, that are, I don't know how you turn them around. That's basically what I'm trying to say. I don't know how you get them to be part of want to be part of the whole again. It feels pretty divided. I mean, and it's not just not just kind of divided, but really divided.
I have thoughts on this, like as someone who had like I have policy and like governing thoughts on this in the sense that, you know, the way to win people over is like the way that the Biden administration wins people over is good government, is doing good work for as many people as possible. And there are people you will never win over for a variety of reasons. But one of the things that Democrats have failed to do is, especially at the local level, especially at the state level, the Obama administration was an unmitigated disaster at the local and state level. It didn't support local and state level races as much as it should have, and it didn't flex its muscles to make sure that they kept the local and state level governments strong. And the consequence of that was that, hey, Janie Laney, welcome in. Thanks for following. Janie Laney, by the way, I'm not going to give her I'm going to give her a shout out. Go ahead, Janie, and throw your Facebook gaming link in the chat if you want. She is a Minecraft streamer on Facebook. And great to have you here. No, go ahead if you want to. But I'll tell you, the Obama administration failed at supporting local governments, and this is what, the Biden administration, if they want to win people over, help as many people as humanly possible. The case in point of this is Obamacare. Obamacare wasn't popular until people tried to take it away from people. And then all of a sudden it's the best thing in the world. And, the 2018 midterms were almost entirely decided on the idea that Republicans were trying to take back people's health care from them. And the irony, obviously, is that in 2010, Nancy Pelosi, suggested that, that it wasn't going to be popular until, people had it. What did she say? We're not going to know. There's a saying that she had. She said it in 2009 or 2010. And people, skewered her for it, but she was entirely right. And so, just do good by the people. And there are a small group of people that you will never win over. We need to pass the bill before we know what's in it. I mean, there's parts of that. It's a funny way to say it, but what she was trying to get at, there's a broader point that what she was trying to get at was that, it was part of a broader conversation about how people just don't realize that this is what they needed. Right. And you had like narratives, death panels, and all this other bullshit. Right. But the reality is that as soon as people started taking away Obamacare or threatened to take away Obamacare, I mean, people lost their minds. And these were people that were like, these were Tea Partiers and stuff like that in 2012. And, in 2018, it's like, no, I'm voting for Democrats because they want to let me keep my Obamacare that I actually realize now that I like, and is not a subvertive plot to undermine democracy with socialism, right? I mean, so, do good by the people is really the punchline to all of this. And so, you're not going to win over everybody, but I think you can win over some people. And I'll tell you, just as a Canadian, healthcare is great, and you should all have it.
I think, like I said, we that is one of the many issues that
Right.
that that the next administration has to deal with. And but I think the number one thing is how do you bring everybody back into the fold together, working together towards another purpose? And maybe this insaneness, these events, turn some people to it. Maybe it has. It will turn some of the representatives and say, you know what? We're here to govern, and we may have different ideas about what the best path towards doing that. But in the end,
Yeah.
we all have the people in mind. I don't believe that the current president does, but I believe that there are a lot of Republican representatives, both in the House and in the Senate, that do. They have the best um, policies in mind for the people that they represent. That they're not evil. They're not trying to do evil, bad things or in it for themselves. Many of them are in it to be public servants.
I want to
There
start.
are
I want to. I
there
want to
are
start
not.
differentiating between. Listen, I think that the Republican Party is bullshit. Um, I don't have a problem with conservatives. I don't have a problem with conservative policy positions. I disagree with them, right? But I don't have a problem necessarily with you being a conservative. There are a lot of good conservatives. I want to, right? But I don't think that there are many good Republicans, and I want to. I personally am starting to differentiate between the two because I think that there is a time coming real soon where the GOP is going to need to have a reckoning here. And don't get me wrong, also, there are a ton of shitty Democrats. Like, like that, what's that? The dude in New Jersey, um, you know, there's like the Illinois governor who Trump just let off the hook. I mean, there's tons of bad Democrats. Um, and Bob Menendez, yeah, that's it. There are tons of there are bad people in politics. Newsflash: there are bad people in politics.
Sure, there are bad people in all kinds of professions. But again, what I'm trying to say is the there is a group of people who it is not about politics anymore. It is about um, impassioned hate
Yeah,
directed at
owning the
specific
libs.
group specific groups of people, and some of them are lots of them are minorities. Many of them it has to do with ideals, just specific ideas. Some of it is racism, some of it has to do with religion. A combination of all of those things, though, has gathered a group of people that are 50% basically of the country. So
Yep.
you have to govern all of these people. I love what Joe Biden is saying as far as bringing everybody together and that he is going to govern for all people. And like you just said, those are going to be important things to do is to actually do that, to actually govern. Will the minority, in this case the Republicans now, allow for that? That's going to be an interesting question. Will policies actually get through that do help people? Um, it's super hard to pass things to make legislation happen and to help people. And I hope it does. I hope maybe that some of these events like turn people. And I heard some specific Republicans speak out against all of this is happening. They were speaking out before. They were like, the election is done, and we need to start governing the people and representing the people that we do represent. So it is going to be a very difficult it was already going to be a difficult beginning
Yeah.
as far as to a term. It's going to be very, very complicated and difficult, and I hope that there's that if there's anybody that can do it, it is Joe Biden. I think, as far as someone that can bring together all sides and people can see that he is genuine.
Yeah, I tweeted
find it
a couple months ago that if there's anyone in the world, like, you can disagree with Joe Biden on tons of things, you can not like his policies, you can whatever. Never ever in your life doubt that Joe Biden doesn't have your best, like, he will work for as many people as he possibly can. He's just a good guy, right? And he comes off as a good guy, and he's not always gonna, he's not as eloquent as Obama. He's not.
That's actually a good thing.
Yeah.
People don't want eloquence.
Right.
They want that's part of the reason why people drifted towards Trump, is he was just saying how it is, in a not very tactful way, and people enjoy that. They want that, and I think that's part of his obviously Joe Biden's charm, but he's also a guy that's been through a hell of a lot of things.
Yep.
And his empathy is real, and
guy's got serious empathy. Like yeah, he can connect with people.
It's real,
Yeah.
So it's not very genuine. It's not he's playing a game or something like that. It's not at all. So
Janie hasn't seen the city. Yeah, this is it. It's huge, as you can see. Yeah, there's the Lincoln Memorial, World War II Memorial, MLK Memorial, Washington Monument. There's the Capitol building.
That's beautiful.
White House over here. This is the path. So what I was just playing around with here is the path that the tour is going to go on. So there's going to be signs here. There's going to be NPCs all over the place. Janie is actually, the reason why Janie's here is we've been collaborating. I'll get that word out. We're collaborating with her. She has been doing some of the work on the NPCs. Actually, Janie, I need to talk to you. I'm gonna send you a DM in Discord about being on a stream with me on MLK Day if you're down to that. Irony, Janie is also Canadian. I think. So that means that there'd be two Canadians talking about Martin Luther King on Martin Luther King Day, which is an American holiday, not a Canadian holiday. Pog. Anyways. Super funny. Oh, on social media I am? Interesting. Well, that's a story. So anyways, this is the path that people will take. This is the little guided tour that we're giving them, and they will come across NPCs. Janie's been working with our team. I tried to draw this line here and I completely butchered it. Becky, I'm wondering if we can do what you did before to make this line better, to do this line too. These curved lines are an absolute pain in the ass. Maybe it's best to do them in the air first and then bring them up. I don't know if we have the energy to do that, but it would probably make them look a hell of a lot nicer. Yeah, so this is the line. So there's lots of work that needs to be done in the world, and we only have a few days to do it. What we're doing is cutting off. We have a cutoff date of, well, it's probably going to get extended to probably Monday to be basically done with the worlds, because we got to copy it to 20 different servers. There is going to be 20 servers running this Martin Luther King Day world.
That's amazing.
And do we want to bring... I don't know why I'm doing this in the air or not in the air. I'm so like worked up about what's happened today that I'm not it's tough. I wrote it right in the description, tough stream. Not hard to concentrate. I've had days where I've tried to come on here and build, and have not had it. Because it's a lot of this work requires some pretty serious concentration, especially when we were in the middle of building the Capitol building. Making black people in grayscale is hilariously annoying. That's funny. That was Jassy's decision. Oh no, that was Becky's idea. Blame Becky. I blame Becky for most things. I also give Becky credit for most things though too, so. Yeah. Glenn, I'm glad you came on and chatted with me. I feel better now.
Good. We'll see. We'll see what tonight brings and tomorrow.
Yeah.
See where we're at.
I mean, teaching this is going to be hard tomorrow. I think you let kids talk. I would love to hear how people actually propose, the balance between letting... what am I trying to say? There are absolutely going to be kids of parents who think what happened tonight was good. That
Agreed.
The whole, I would have been there doing it myself if it wasn't for so and so and so and so and so and so, right? I would have been there. I would have stormed the Capitol too. These people are trying to take over our country. And then what they're going to do is they're going to parrot that back to their teachers tomorrow morning.
Yes.
And so how do you like combat that without talking down to kids, right? And without getting mad, because your desire is to be like, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Yeah. And I don't have a really good answer for that, to be honest. I think you let kids talk. I don't have a problem telling kids that I disagree with them. I've done it tons of times. I don't have a problem saying, Johnny, most people would suggest that what you're saying isn't correct. I respect your right to have an opinion. In your head you're saying, but it's really your parents' opinion, probably. Thanks, Science Streams. Thanks for coming in. Thanks, Scott. Take care. But most people would suggest that that's not accurate, or that's not right. And I also think that you should especially if they're using not the right vocabulary to describe it, because I think that you can define what happened in proper terms without it being political even. Like, it was a riot. right? Because a riot is a certain thing. Like defining what a protest, like I would literally bring up a dictionary article with what a protest is and what a riot is,
Mm-hmm.
and let kids see it for themselves. Like let them, like
That's part of the discussion. Yeah, exactly right.
let's even like what
What is the difference? What, you know, how do we?
define
Yep.
define protest. Statement or action expressing disapproval or objection to something. Define riot. A violent disturbance of the peace by a crowd. Tell me, like riot. It's funny. Riots broke out in the Capitol. Is the exemplar.
Oh man.
Uh, Google's hitting a little close to home, friends.
Yeah. A little too accurate.
Little on the fucking nose there, boys. So, but like, there are words for things, and you can use the proper words without it being like using proper vocabulary to describe what happened is not political. I'd be specific about what happened in terms of what went down and let students draw their own conclusions. Is it illegal? Is it legal to break into the Capitol building? That way you don't need to use words like riot. But I'd only push back on that in the sense that like there's a difference between what a riot is and a protest is. And by definition, this was a riot. Right? And so but also using proper terms allows the kids to feel like they have a voice. Right. I wouldn't like tell them. I put up the two words. I'd literally put up the two words on the screen. I'd split the screen. I'm thinking through this as I go here, but I wouldn't have a problem going like this and going like this and you know, define protest. And you know, so you got them right beside each other. And it's like, let's read what this says and let's read what this says. And tell me which one is more accurately describing what happened last night.
Yeah, and not even just tell me, but have the discussion, bring it together, and then bring back your group's conclusions. What did you guys come up with? Have some driving questions so that they can have an effective discussion with each other with parameters. Obviously, set up some norms as far as the discussion, how it takes place, and how you interact with each other. I think there's a lot of great ideas that are being shared on the social studies chat, SS chat hashtag. But one of the things is when you do have these types of potentially very heated discussions, before you begin anything, you got to set up norms of how do you actually communicate with each other? How do we speak to each other at school? And especially in this specific class, you know, you're a teacher there. And then have these specific driving questions and let them come up with the exact right conclusions because you drive them to there, but you don't have to lecture them. And then that way you are the facilitator of the discussion, leading them always to the right path and clarifying things if they go off the path. So if they say something incorrect, you go, no, that's actually not accurate. Here it is. Here's actually what did occur. So let's make sure we stick to what did actually happen and, you know, in the specific terms, etc. But yes, I think that can be had. I think the biggest thing for the teachers and the hardest part for many teachers is going to be to remain non-emotional.
Yeah.
To pull their emotions out of the whole entire thing and understand that their role in that class is not to be a lecturer, I'm going to tell you how it is, because that's not your role. Your role is to educate. So you do bring up these terms, you talk about them, you say, what is this? What happened? You know, where did this come, what ended up happening, and what's the repercussions of this, but maybe even pull back a bit and go, what led to this, and leads to this kind of mindset. What do we do? How, it, all of those kinds of things can be a great way to diffuse the emotion too. If you remain emotionless, even though their emotions may go up, and they may be impassioned and whatever else might be, it's way easier to control a class. It's like the best classroom management advice you can give anybody, especially in this case. is you have to pull your emotions out of it. You have to prepare yourself for that, and prepare yourself for God knows what would come out of, it's going to be, middle school, high school kids, or elementary, whoever it might be, whatever they're repeating from their parents, and then just be non-emotional about the response to each of those things. Because man, it is a tough, extremely difficult situation, but an extremely important.
Yeah.
This is the discussion.
How about that one there? Also know that there are teachers out there that will be fully in teachers that will be fully in support of what happened.
I 100% agree with Panapelko. Sorry if I butchered your name there. You are exactly right, and I know teachers that are 100% disagree with everything that I believe in, and the way that I viewed that event. Their lens couldn't be more bizarro world. I like to refer to that as, oh sorry, Doug. This Seinfeld reference, total boomer here, which this is their view couldn't be the more 180-degree flip side of the way that I view something, the exact same event, their lens of viewing it, and we see completely different things. And I think, actually, I know, I just have to say, I know, I'm going to put it out there that that's 50% of our country, and then the other 50. And we are viewing the exact same events. Sometimes the lenses are skewed because depending upon where you're getting your input from, depending on what media channels or however you're taking it in, Facebook, etc. They could be skewed, whatever way it might be. But in the end, we see things, something happens, and like these clips that you're seeing, Mike, or the pictures of the sills, the interpretation of those could be 180 degrees different. That's how insane it is. And that's why I said it's so difficult to go ahead and govern under these circumstances as far as for the next administration. And I don't envy them, and they have a huge undertaking. And I think it's going to every day leading up to the transition of power, or of power, is going to be some other craziness. Every day is going to be one insane event after another.
It started off as a protest, turned into a riot, and then turned into an insurrection. I actually agree with that. I think that's, and I think you can lead, even if you're not trying to like lead kids to the conclusion. I think that is the logical conclusion. And if you provide the context properly, to allow kids to make their own decisions, I think that they could see that that's what happened. I love this. Doug could also be a great jumping off point for media literacy conversations. Bring up 2 news stories from reputable outlets. Should we see what Breitbart is saying? Just for fun. It's gross, but
I don't need. Yeah. But yes, it's important to know the spectrum too, because again, I would be willing to admit that a lot of things I see is on the left spectrum, and so it's going to have those perspectives, and those things that I want to hear is what's being delivered to me. So it's not very neutral. So you want to, I think they did a great infographic somewhere. It's somewhere out there of where on the spectrum each of these different types of media consumption where do they lie? You know, and what are the ones that are kind of the most accurate, most middle, and it's great. It's what Doug is describing there. It's great conversations about, like he just said there, what is the truth? You know, because there's so many truths out there that are being reported to us. Which one is it? Which one is the truth? So yes, a fantastic point there.
Janie with a tier 2 sub. Oh my god, Janie, thank you so much. That's amazing. I really appreciate that. Thank you. That is awesome. Yeah. I keep refreshing because I am insanely curious of whether like people are going to continue to whether people are going to continue to object to the vote. And I'm not seeing any updates. So the rumors were, so there was the Arizona objection that was supported by Ted Cruz, and then apparently there was going to be an objection to Georgia and Pennsylvania. This is funny. Trump initially did not want to deploy the National Guard today, but on Breitbart, there's that giant headline that says Trump deploys National Guard. You know, giving him credit for solving the problem. Oh my God. Lawmakers and officials condemn attack on U.S. Capitol. On lockdown.
Like I'm gonna have to jump off. My kids to bed.
Yes.
Great chat though. Great chat. Fantastic build. Great points by the viewers here, and you guys are rocking it.
Yeah.
Gonna lead us to a good discussion on the podcast too.
Oh boy. Yeah. Do you have the link still? I think there's a on education.
Sure. Yep, I gotcha.
We should do the sublink. Do the sublink from Twitter. Like our sublink. So Glenn Irvin, who you've been hearing, is my co-host on Education, very popular education podcast, downloaded many thousands of times a month. It's very good, if you ask me. But Glenn is my co-host, and I asked him to come on to join us to join me on the stream because I wanted to talk to Glenn. Do I follow him on Twitter too? I don't know. Glenn can put his Twitter link in the chat, and you can follow Glenn on Twitter. You totally should.
Doug was following me now too. That's awesome. There you go.
Yep.
Fantastic. I follow you back too. All of you. You guys are awesome.
Gotta go, finishing up my latest pod. Thanks, Doug, for dropping in and hanging out. Really great contributions to the chat from Doug and from Janie. Thank you so much. It was fantastic. We're going to you can Glenn, thanks. I was feeling like crap, and I'm glad you came by and hung out.
Good man.
I'll talk to you later.
Good night, everybody.
All right, friends. We're gonna keep building. I'm going to focus on the White House because that's what actually needs to get done. It's funny how less concerned I am with this side of the White House now. Because I have a sense that very few people are gonna actually look at it. All right. So, in the name of kind of triage here, I'm going to be done with the West Wing now, and I'm gonna take a look at the roof of the White House, and then I'll move over to the East Wing, I think. So let me pull up my my Google Earth, my trusty Google Earth link that saves the day here. What NPCs need to get done sooner than others? I've intentionally stayed out of the NPC conversation. So I don't have a super good answer. So, but Becky probably does. Okay, so I think I'm just going to use stripped acacia wood. I'm going to use stripped acacia wood all the way. Ah, Mike. I find with this new mouse that I hit the side buttons more often than I used to. Back to my other Oh my god. Becky, Janie just gifted you 3 months of tier 1. Janie is just supporting the hell out of us tonight. Keeping the wheels turning around here. Thank you so much for that. That's amazing. Really, 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 really appreciate it. I really want you to share your Facebook gaming link in the chat. It doesn't bother me. I'm not one of those people, at least in most cases. And if you want to share your channel, feel free to do that. I know that you stream over there. There it is. If you are into the sweet Minecraft action and you have a Facebook account, which, most people still do in the whole world, go drop her a follow or whatever it is that you do on Facebook gaming. I've watched Janie stream, and it's great. This is a very chill stream. I am not an excitable person. So we chill, we vibe, and we build big buildings apparently. That's what we do around here. I think I've been thinking a lot about what to do next. So I have some games I want to play and finish. I'm still kind of sort of on a mission to beat more Final Fantasies. 2 really killed me. I really hated 2. Final Fantasy 2 sucked. Final Fantasy 1 was not bad, but I am tempted to skip ahead a bit and maybe play and finish Final Fantasy 10 or 15. That'll be a goal. I'm also going to be streaming some Flight Simulator 2020, the new Flight Simulator. I have this RTX 3090 video card. I have this RTX 3090 video card that I paid an absolute truckload for. And I should probably use it for something other than voxels. So my thought is to stream some Flight Simulator because that seems like a really good game to flex, a $2,500 video card on. Final Fantasy 15 is also a game I'm thinking about streaming. And I was rooting through some books today and found my Witcher 3 flight sim. I'm tempted. I think it's gonna happen. I've actually, here, hold on. Let me show you something dope. I even have an overlay. Oh, it's not gonna show. Isn't it? Oh, I don't have the... This just looks like a normal overlay. It's so boring. In Flight Sim, there's like a thing at the top of the screen up here that shows like my flight speed and all of that shit. It's really cool. I've got an overlay for it. I've got an overlay ready to go for Flight Sim. So I think that Flight Simulator is definitely in my future. It'll be like I'm tempted to do it like Friday night flights. I'll even theme it and have a beer. And I think that that's a fun way to end the week is have a beer, fly a plane, and maybe even do it in VR. I was showing Glenn the other day. I have an Oculus Quest, and I was showing Glenn what it looks like in VR, and let me tell you, it is just head exploding. It is so good. So I might even stream Flight Simulator in VR once in a while. It's wild. It's insane. And so I'm down for that. So what am I saying? I'm saying Final Fantasy 15, Witcher 3 possibly, Flight Simulator. I'm going to stream some World of Warcraft for sure because that's what I kind of like. That's my other main game, is WoW. So I'll stream some WoW. I'm actually doing and it'd be awesome if you down in my panels, if you're watching on a PC. I don't know where the panels are in mobile, but there's a link to my YouTube channel that I've just kind of started focusing on, and there you can listen to my streaming podcast, Going Live. Also ! Going Live if you like podcasts just in your ears. ! Going Live in the chat will get you a link to subscribe to the podcast. But anyways, it's also on YouTube, and I'm also doing a series of dungeon runs and putting them on YouTube. So my goal for the year is to get to 200 YouTube subscribers. I don't have a huge YouTube goal. I just kind of want to have enough that I can name the channel properly instead of having it be just a jumble of letters and numbers. My biggest goals are on Twitch. I'd like to get to, well, you can see in the screen in the overlay there, 1,500 followers on Twitch is my goal. I was on a roll for a while with followers on Twitch, but then had to take 3 weeks off because I was not well. And that really slowed my roll. But we're back. We're back, fam. Am I allowed to say that? I don't know. I say it to my boys because I think it's funny. But we are vibing. We're building a roof. You might be wondering why I'm not using World Edit for this, and it's because if you notice, it has a grain. This material. I am feeling better. I had nerve damage in my hands and in my arms, and it was incredibly uncomfortable. And not good at all. And so my hands would go numb. And it hurt. They would basically just pins and needles, like aggressive pins and needles on my arms. And I wasn't sleeping, and I was getting I was dealing with some anxiety related to it, because when you get aggressive pins and needles the way I was, it feels very similar to having a fucking stroke. And so I'd wake up in the middle of the night and I'd wonder if I'm dying, like literally, not like figuratively. There was one night where I was awake because my heart was racing. I was having heart palpitations, and I couldn't feel both of my arms were pins and needles, and I was literally afraid to go back to sleep because in my head because I was dealing with this, anxiety. I was actually thinking that I was dying. So I got some anti-anxiety medication as well, and that helped with that. But the anxiety was real, man. It was a worse symptom for me to deal with than the pins and needles. Once I realized that the pins and needles were other kind of underlying conditions that were kind of fixable, the anxiety goes away, and then I start sleeping again. But I was getting Becky knows because she was kind of here with me, but I was getting maybe like 2 hours, 3 hours sleep a night for a good 2 weeks. Like, it was getting bad. And scary a little. So left side of my back and left knee and ankle had severe nerve damage. It's scary as hell, Janie. And so it wasn't fun. And honestly, I still have, like, I have back problems. So anything that goes wrong kind of makes those back problems worse. So I would say I'm not back to my normal back problems yet, like where it's chronic and kind of manageable. But I'm close. So I can kind of deal with it. Like I'm sitting here and my back is pretty sore tonight. But it's fine. It's fine. This looks so good. Trying to manage. I'm so every Wednesday now I am going to physiotherapy and I'm going to massage therapy. So I get a massage every Wednesday. And that makes a big difference. It's helped a lot. So I need a material that I can put. So is acacia wood. Oh, see? Does it have a grain? Doesn't. Interesting. Today was pretty good actually. Like, it hurt at the time, but I'm normally in pain like now on Wednesdays after, and I'm actually not tonight, which is, weird. I love my little um social loop video thing that I made. It's making me so happy to see that. I need to be like you. I don't know, man. Oh, there is a grain. God damn it. I'm not sure that's the right material for this. What about the polished andesite? The polished andesite has a square edge to it. So I'm thinking about making so Minecraft. I'm obviously still gonna stream Minecraft too. And I think that yeah. I think I'm going to do the Canadian Parliament Hill. I think I'm into this idea of doing these big builds, and I'm feeling a little unpatriotic that I'm a Canadian and I'm spending so much damn time building Washington D.C. I might have to offset it by the next build being Parliament Hill, which is beautiful, by the way. Ottawa is just a gorgeous city downtown, down by in the Parliament Hill area. Let me show you this. Parliament Hill. Right? I mean, how cool, how kick-ass of a build would that be? It's like a castle. It's amazing. It's absolutely stunning. Why is my screen so? It's because it's at 150%. Good. Do you even Google, Mike? Look at that. And this building here, whatever the hell this building is. But isn't it beautiful? I think that would be. This is Ottawa. Yeah, this is the capital. This is the capital building of Canada, the equivalent. And what I think I would do is build. Here we go. So this is the Capitol building. And there's like the associated government, buildings with it. And then right here is this is the Chateau Laurier, which is a very fancy, popular hotel. And it's beautiful too. Yeah, look at that. So I thought if I could build like this space here and then just across the, if I could build like this space here and then the water a little bit, that'd be nice. I think it's called is it called the Chateau? CHETEAU, Chateau Laurier, Ottawa. Images. Yeah. So like there you go. So that's like the That's a beautiful picture of it. So you got the Capitol with the road and then the Chateau Laurier. Super nice. So I'd love to do like kind of this space here. So maybe that's what we do next. Offsetting spending 200 and whatever hours in this. You know what? This is why do I have a okay, I need a wood axe. Wood axe. All right, so let's do here and here. And we're going to replace quartz block with polished andesite. Perfect. And then we're going to go, wait, so let me just do there. To here. And then let me do this. To this. And then let me do what? This. Yeah, do you play on Xbox? Is that right? Am I remembering that right? I could never play Minecraft with a controller. Oh, and Bedrock. Cool. So there's like a lip around this. We're going to say the lip is here. Yeah. Fine with this. And then the lip is here. I love Bedrock, to be honest. I think Bedrock is a cool version. So I don't have any qualms with Bedrock. I am though a partner. I am a partnered streamer with Nodecraft. They are a Minecraft server provider. I think there's a panel. Oh, you work with Nodecraft. That's cool. They're good people. Yeah, there's like a This is pretty good actually. Oh, cool. I really like working with them. They've done well. I mean, the free servers are really cool. The events they do are really cool. Yeah, they're just all around some cool people to work with. I need to like MacGyver a solution here to doing this last block. Ha. Ha. And then on this side, interestingly enough, does it go all the way? There's actually a gap. So why don't I do the gap? And then, wait. What the actual hell? Oh, okay. I know what's going on. I know the discussion part happened earlier, but did you hear PogChamp was removed from Twitch? So was it actually? Because I saw the conversation, like the thread on Twitter about it, and why? Because the dude that it's like from is a giant racist douchebag. But I didn't know. I didn't get any further than that on it. Tell me more if you can, because I'm interested. Can you hear the music? Or is it just super quiet? So what is that? Maybe it was just super quiet. So that's it. That looks good. I'm happy with that. Yeah. Yeah, the guy's a nut job. So it's gone, eh? What happens when you tweet it? Yeah, the actual image is gone. That's super interesting. Well, you know, PogChamp to that. Pog to that. Yeah, you're gonna wanna. There's gonna be. Well, I mean, to be fair, just like a lot of things right now, tread lightly. Not very poggers. Yeah, the guy was nuts. I saw some of his Twitter tirades today. It was pretty crazy. Anyone who calls that, like, I mean, again, we had the conversation earlier with Glenn, but you know, anyone who calls that person a martyr is not looking at things very clearly in my mind. Okay. I need to know if this is at the same height. It is. Nice. Okay, so we're going to delete this. Set air. And then we're going to set quartz. Not very poggers. So there's a little lip here. This is accurate. Hilariously, this shit normally drives me nuts, but this is actually accurate. And then the only other thing that's accurate is on the front side, there's a lip here. And then there's a side building here that appears to be shorter. So we got to figure this shit out here. Seems to me that this is the more accurate. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. So if I got rid of this, if I got rid of that, and then it goes in, but then I got to get rid of, like, is there a way for me to see a height comparison? Oh, this is an overhang. God damn it. So this is a parquet. Look, the road comes through it. Cool. Okay. All right. So we're going to get rid of this. And then we're going to put the wall back. And then we're going to do what? The only thing is this is kind of equidistant. So there's 3 here. And how many do here? I did 4 here, so I'm gonna actually carve out another. Oh, shit. Air. All right. So that now is equal. And then I'm gonna cut one piece out of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like that. Okay. Now I'm gonna bring this all down one. No, down multiple. Let's. Say there. So much trimming to do. This is looking good. Okay. What material did I use for... I used a darker... I probably should have used whatever material this is. Gray concrete. Let's see if I can replace... What do you think we can... You think I can replace all the gray concrete in one shot? Watch this. Let's try this. Get your clips ready. Yeah, we're gonna do it. Replace all... Replace polished andesite with gray concrete. Ready? Let's see if this works. God damn it, I love it when things happen like that. Man, that's cool. It's so magical. Yay, look at that. Nailed it. Like magic. All right, let's build a... So we're going here. Well, to here for sure. Set. Gray. Concrete. Oh, god damn it. Set. Oh. Gray. My back just made a million different noises when I shifted there. Okay. We're gonna do a... I like this song on the playlist. It's good. It's good. This is awesome. Tell your friends. I need more followers on Twitch. we doing things here. It's amazing. It's amazing the shit that people aren't doing that have like 300 viewers on Twitch right now that are just, you know, burping into their fucking cameras. And I'm sitting here building the goddamn White House. Tagged you on Twitter. Oh god, I appreciate that so much. Thank you. That's the stuff that's infuriating. It is so hard to be discovered on Twitch. Like, that's why I'm doing the podcast, and it's so hard being discovered on anything. And I've done a good job, to be honest, on the other platforms that I've, you know, ever, you know, worked on. Twitter, I mean, I have almost 10,000 followers on my main, you know, my work Twitter account, my professional Twitter account. But man, getting I didn't think it'd be this hard, to be honest, breaking through on Twitch. Cuz I mean, I know I have chops. You know, I know I'm too problematic to get 2,000. I'm pretty problematic. You should give me more credit. I'm pretty I've lost a lot of I have foregone a lot of opportunities because I say some pretty crazy shit on Twitter myself. That I don't give a damn, but I don't need, like, I don't need it. I don't need it. To hell with your opportunities. All right. Let's see if this works. Set air. Set gray wool. So the problematic bit is actually sussing out what this actually looks like underneath set. Because shockingly, there are places in the White House that they don't let you photograph. Who would have thought? It seems the thing to do, right? If you want to get all I wanted to do, officer, was get a photograph of the Capitol building. That's all I wanted. I wasn't looking for trouble. I was doing it for a Minecraft project. I needed to know what Nancy Pelosi's office looked like. And the only way I was going to know what Nancy Pelosi's office looked like is if I sat in her chair. You can clearly understand that, right? So I've stormed the Capitol building for Minecraft. For Minecraft. Oh. For Minecraft and Minecraft related business. That's it. Shit, that's funny. Oh man. All right. I suspect that these two buildings are the same height, which means that I need to know how tall this building is. How about I do it relative to how tall the ground is here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then the layers. So I need to add 6 from here, which means I need to add 5 total. So we're going to go here. Oh boy. Oh, that's not a fun way to do that, but okay. We can work with this. We're gonna go here to here. And we're gonna yep. We're going to get rid of this row here. And we're going to get rid of these rows here. And we're going to get rid of... Whoa. Let me do this. Okay. No. No! Let's just do this. And this. And this. I was just starting to figure out when the proper context to use Pog was, and now you're telling me I can't fucking say it anymore. I was just starting to learn the lingo. I was just becoming cool. That's what all the cool people say, right? Why is there like a... You know, that's a proper indication that I was not just becoming cool. Is me telling you that I was just becoming cool. How about that? Okay. This is starting to look like a real building. All right, so gray concrete. Oh, don't break it. Nope. Set. Gray. Concrete. All right. It almost looks like a real thing now. Over under on how many times Donald Trump swam in the presidential swimming pool. It's right there. It's nice. Over under on how many times Donald Trump walked through the West Wing in swimming Speedos to get to the presidential swimming pool. God, that overlay looks so good. Feeling so happy about that. All right. So, did we say that this line here... So this line is like the lip. So there's actually a layer. Like I gotta break this in. So I gotta go. I'm gonna put this one back so that I can go pop. Pop. That looks scary. I just broke it all. Ruined. All right. Yep. 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 in this right here. That'll be it. Okay. Now these I gotta place all by hand. So now you get to watch me lay the wood. Heyo. I'm hilarious. Side note, I'm hilarious. I'm screwing this up. I'm screwing this up. I was so preoccupied with how fucking hilarious I am that I was screwing it up. God, if I'd gotten much further, I would have been pretty mad at myself. How about, I wonder if I can do... Gotta be a way to do this faster. I'd love to get to the point in my streaming where I can build like giant holes in the water for like ocean monuments, and people will just sit and watch me and sub the shit out of my channel, like Filza and G's the Key and whoever else. Button laying TNT to blow up a giant hole in the damn ground for easily 3 months every day. That's all he did, was place TNT in holes in the ground on stream, and made $1,000 a day doing it. It's just insane. That's, I mean, I if that's not content, I don't know what is. It's ridiculous. I couldn't be okay with people being that obsessed with me. Me neither, to be honest. I think it'd be a little creepy. I though, that being said, as someone that is just getting started, I really you know, I think that with the way I am, you know, personally, and with the podcasts, like podcasting being my, and speaking, doing a lot of public speaking being my background, I'm pretty, like, I need people chatting with me for the stream. I think I need people chatting with me for the stream to be good. So I appreciate that there's people in my chat. More like, I don't need your money. Frankly, I mean, and I've said this fairly, I mean, I make a lot of money. Like, I don't need your money. My day job pays me very well. I want the community. I don't need people's money. I don't necessarily need, I need to make a lot. I just need, yeah, no, it's nice. It's great. I'm very secure. Set grass block. Look at that. Looks instantly better. So I really appreciate people chatting in my chat. I think I need, as much as anything, I need that. I'll give you the community. I'll take the money. Seems like a good trade. I like it. Oh. Well, this is starting to look like a real White House. I better be careful, or people are going to think that I'm a professional at this. So I'm a little conflicted. Will there be a list of streamers streaming this? I actually don't know if there's going to be any streamers streaming this on Martin Luther King Day. I don't know what's going on at Facebook. There's supposed to be something going on at Facebook. I have not been put into the loop on what that is, or if I am going to be streaming on Facebook. I have not been told. And, you know, to be honest, it's a little annoying. There's something going on at Facebook. They haven't told me. Oh, my back is so sore. So my sense is I might need to widen. Yeah, you should. Well, you can come on stream with me if you want, though. That's what I'm saying, is that I've been trying to, like, find out what the hell's going on, because I would like to make some plans. I think they, to be fair, I don't think they want me streaming it. Which, I mean, sucks for me. But I think that's the way it goes. it's fine. It sucks for me only in the sense that, it was a good opportunity for exposure for, my channel and stuff like that. But I have no intention of centering me in a Martin Luther King Day experience. I am just here building a thing. Just an average Canadian white guy. I guess. I think they... Interesting. I actually didn't know that. Really? Not a lot of black people even stream Minecraft. I know. And to be honest, that's actually how I discovered you. I was looking for people of color who streamed Minecraft. I was doing that for the because I host the Minecraft podcast. And I was looking to possibly do an interview or two about it for the podcast, and it was super hard to find people. So I don't suspect that anyone will be making content on the server, because the server is meant to be just for Martin Luther King Day, and we're actually like the time for content creation is over. Kind of like, this is it. We're locking the server down on Monday. We're locking the server down on Monday. So, but I think what Facebook would like to do is do like a tour of the world on Martin Luther King Day. Yeah, you're telling me. I've been sitting here streaming this shit for 2 fucking months. Like we built this. Got almost 6,000 upvotes on Reddit today. Check this out. Let's go to Reddit. I posted it yesterday, ironically, on Reddit, and it got almost 6,000 upvotes. That would be, I've offered. So here's best case scenario in my mind would be for me to stream on the Participate streaming channel on Facebook as the stream that they highlight, and I'll host the day, but then have guests and a co-host would be awesome. For most of the time, that would be ideal for me. Participate has contributed tons, including tons of my time. So I would love to be involved in, like, we would stream to Facebook. I would love to stream to Facebook and have you co-host with me. I think that would be great. And we won't stream to Twitch one day. We'll just stream here or stream to Facebook. What do you think of the White House, Becky? It's pretty good. Getting there. Can you provide the Reddit link? Sure. It's funny. Some of the comments are pretty hilarious. Someone actually like commented tomorrow. That's pretty funny. It's aged like milk. Oh man. Yeah, listen, if your Facebook contact wants to give me an exclusive streaming deal, I'll drop Twitch. I'll take that fat Facebook gaming money. Build sick things on Facebook. Here, I said I don't need the money. I mean, I'll take the fucking money though. Right? Right. I'll take the money. I am beat. This looks super good. We're gonna do tomorrow. We'll do the windows and doors, the walkway, the garden, and then we're gonna call it. Yeah, I'm streaming tomorrow. Yeah, it's grind time. We're streaming every night. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We got to do this. We got to do the arrow. The path. We've got to do the Martin Luther King. We've got to do the trees. Oh, shit. We don't need to do... Oh, my God. Look at the trees just appearing. Someone's been doing the trees. Ah, yeah. I bet this view right here. Oh, my God. That looks amazing. Hold up. Where's my... Oh my God. How do we not have like 300 people watching this right now? Oh my God, Becky, you just gave me a killer idea related to something I was thinking about just like... I was thinking I need like a be right back. So I have a be right back. It looks like this. That's my be right back screen that I have right now. But I could just sit here like this and record for like 10 minutes or so. And then put it in as a looped video with text on it or something. I don't know. I'm gonna figure out how to use it. But goddamn, that looks good. The stupid mossy cobblestone. Right, yeah. I think oh, it's so beautiful. And the water looks so great now that it's all leveled, right? Yeah, the mossy cobblestone is so awful. Look at the so the light passing through the glass down to the ground. See that? How dope is that? That's cool. Yes, 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 yes. Yeah. Gotta like out to like here or so, just so that people don't see the jankiness. It looks all stupid out here. It's funny with the oh, look at, there's some really bad parts. Yeah, it sucks. It really does. Here too needs to be, this bit here needs to be fixed, and this. I think that that's it. Look at this. What is this again? It's lime wool. So dumb. Replace lime. Oh my god. Lime wool with grass block. Gone. They will highlight me. I'm black. Oh boy. Well, let's figure out what the deal is. I would love to stream, like I am planning on streaming on the Participate channel. Look at this. This is so funny. I guess when this is like a clear yeah, when this is like a see-through wall, you won't see that. That's funny. These look so good, Becky. These trees are so much better than the one I made. You are better at Minecraft than me. Officially. I'm going to... Yeah, Korea looks good, doesn't it? Look at that. I think this looks great. I think those armor stands look really nice. It's nice. This is a good build. Yeah. I like my little information hut. Oh, you know what else we didn't do? We didn't finish this road. Ugh. Okay, so what you do is what do we do? The bridge looks great. It's a shame because this this here this hill here is actually really nice. It's quite um a nice spot in the world. Is it actually called a thing? Is there a oh the sorry. Is that it's got a name? Because it's actually quite nice. And it's not really well represented here at all. The Watergate Steps. Yeah. That's it. Nixon Steps? You know all the cool things. I do. I do. That's a nice picture. Yeah, I didn't know they were called the Watergate Steps. That's cool. I loved my one day in Washington D.C. has really rubbed off on me. Yeah, this looks really good. You are a cherry blossom tree machine. It's true. What are we gonna do if we get rid of the reflection stuff? What are we gonna do with this? Look at all this. Thank you for 1 bit. Yeah, maybe. Looks good. Oh, Sir Bob. I'm out of whatever that was. Dr. Pepper. Diet Dr. Pepper. This has something in it. I will drink it in your honor. Thank you. I think we are both almost done mentally with this. Go do the fence too. Let's do a list. Can you do a list for me, Becky, of things that absolutely have to get finished? So, the fence. So the White House needs to be the east wing of the White House and the fence around the White House. The yellow path. MLK Memorial. We need to potentially move the wall in. Moving the wall is actually pretty easy, right? So if we just made it a straight line all the way across here to here, and then a straight line up, straight line over, straight line down, and then a straight line out to here. Done. Level the water. Level the water here. Level the water here. It's actually not that big of a list. NPCs need to be placed. Okay, so that's like level 1. That's like stuff that needs to be done. Tier 1. Tier 2 would probably involve... Yeah, I saw him in the server. Tier 2 would probably involve these 3 Smithsonians. Cleaning them up a little bit in terms of like, even if it's just like a rough... Can you point again? These 3. This one here, and this one here. I don't know what they're called. And these 2, like these white buildings. This one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's like 5 buildings that I believe we haven't even touched. I think that's Treasury. I don't remember what this one is. And then we got Smithsonian's. Natural history. And then it's like cleaning out these, like there's a giant block of something just in the middle of the freaking grass. I'm sure it's a statue of some sort. There are statues everywhere. Where are we? We're on the bottom of the ellipse. We're right there. What is that? Oh, it is. It's a little like, it's a little thing. It's nice. It just doesn't look anything like that. It's got like a gold thing in it and flight poles. It's actually quite nice. Like, it'd be a cool thing to do. Nice little build. And there's some bushes around it and shit. It's nice. All right. Well, let's call it a night. Let's raid someone. I removed a lot of fence and mossy cobblestone. Thrilled at it, but I see in the MLK Memorial area there's a lot. Yeah. Yeah, it's all, there's tons of shit there. It's gross. Who should we raid? So let's, yeah, it's awful, to be honest. It looks so stupid. So let's send everyone to Slay because Slay's a friend. By the way, exclamation mark going live. Slay 3K, who we are raiding, is going to be the next guest. That episode drops on Friday at 9 a.m. And I hope everyone listens to it because it's going to be, it's great. It's really good. All right, friends. Becky, as always. Janie, thank you for the subscriptions. You gifted a sub to Becky and you subbed yourself, and I really appreciate that. That's awesome. Had 4 or 5 followers tonight. That was great. I appreciate that so much. She gifted you a sub for 3 months, in fact. So that's amazing support. So thank you. I hope whoever's watching, if you're not following, please follow me so that you can come back and hang out with us again. Click on all those awesome panels down in the bottom and do all those things. Lots of stuff happening, and we'll again tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, I will be on, and we'll do it all again. Bye, everybody. Have a great night. Take care. Stay safe. Wash your hands.